all. I am here on a lovely, beautiful day. I didn't realize how nice it was outside today, but it definitely is. I have been still doing my recuperating, um, trying to rest as much as I can so that I can be even better when this is all done. How are you? Friday has finally made it upon us, and I know some of you can really appreciate it. I didn't get a chance to go to that Mary J. Blige concert, but I heard it was off the hook. If I was better, I would have been there, y'all. I would have been there. But anyway, we're doing great here in Cali. For those of you who are, all over the place, I'm a Cali girl. We do this, and I sit up here and talk about some stuff for you each and every day that I'm available during the week to do so, um, and on Sundays for sure. If you could chime into the show that I have, Table Talk with Donna Smith, Grown Folk Table Talk, and that is Saturdays between 7 and 7:30 p.m. We try to get on doing a live here on YouTube, and also I do Zoom too. So same thing, same time, interchangeably. If you want to be on camera, you can join the Zoom. If you just want to be in the backdrop and comment and view it live, you can do that too right here on YouTube. So, with that being said, it's been a very challenging week, kind of long. I have the main focus, like I said, has been resting and, trying to get past the writer's block. It's time for me to start writing again. And I have that block going on, and I have to find a way to relax my mind and myself to get back into that. But anyway, one of the topics I wanted to talk about today, and you guys know, those who follow me and know, I'm all over the map. I jump around, so just hold on to those horns. I ain't gonna leave you behind, but I do get back to the topic at hand. But while I'm doing my topics, real talk, I usually jump around because in the moment I think of something else that goes with what the conversation was in the moment. So bear with me with that. But anyway, I want to talk about hygiene. I was having a discussion with someone regarding hygiene and how important it is. And it's just a topic that is something that we need to talk about from time to time. Now, some would say, well, a person being grown and a person living life and a person being reared correctly should know how to take care of themselves hygienically. And you'll be surprised at some who still struggle with that as adults. They have their own concept, they have their own reason for doing what they do. Some just are too lazy to take care of the hygiene. Some have been involved with friends and relationships where it's not an issue. The friend or the relationship they've been in has been just as hygienically dysfunctional as they are. So birds of a feather flock together. But if you have a friend, a true friend, um, that is looking out for the best interest of you, or you're in a true relationship that's meaningful and that's solid, you're going to have that real person that's going to let you know in a real way that you are not smelling right. And sometimes people, some will bathe and they bathe regularly, but they wear the same stale clothes. I am here to tell you, just because you washed your behind, them clothes funky, you putting them on, folks gonna smell the funky. And ain't nobody gonna be trying to figure out where it's coming from. When people smell stuff, they just know it don't smell right. Period. They don't sit up and try to figure out where the funk is coming from. It just hits you. And we don't sit down with a checklist. Well, is it from the butt, or is it from the front, or is it from the mouth, or is it from the feet, or is it from no, there's no checklist. It's just funk. And you put on the stale clothes, and you're pouncing around. Have you ever had that experience with somebody get in your car? You know, they want a ride, they ask for a ride, and you doing trying to do the right thing. You go on and give them a ride, and as soon as they plop down, whew, like the Matrix, your whole front seat in front, everything just gets a woof, like the Matrix, and you like, what the hell? And you know the person who's already in the car or persons start rolling down their windows immediately. It's just, I don't care if it's raining, snoring, sleeting, or whatever it is, a blizzards, whatever it is, they rolling down the window because they need to breathe. And um, come on now, you have got to smell yourself. You got to. But now I have heard that some get immune to their own scent. So it's like they're funky butts, but they no longer smell the funky. Everybody else smell the funky, but they don't. They funky butts. I also had a conversation. That's why I was led to really do this video today because, people come to me with all kinds of stuff. Lady D, can you talk about? I don't want nobody to know who I am, but can you talk about? Can you talk about? So I try to sprinkle them with some love and throw it out here, hypothetically speaking, because some of this stuff it definitely is real life. It's nothing made up about topics I talk about. Nothing at all. But they were talking about um, a friend, a lady friend that they had that had a really bad odor, and you know, it's like the difference of funk. It's a different from funk than odor down there, fishy, like foul, like dead, like dead. Um, and I'm not trying to, step on anybody's toes or anything like that. A lot of women do get infections and they do get odor down there with the infections. And sometimes they don't smell it until they're having the clap, they're having relations, the clap clap. And during that time, the smell becomes more intense. And that's why it gets really loud, really foul during that time when they're excited. And it's like, wow, ooh, that's that's different. What's that? You got new Summer's Eve you're using now, that kind of thing, and but being a woman, I know, and women viewing this video, we know when things are not quite right. Come on, you guys, you know your body, and if typically you are one to take very good care of your hygiene in that area, you're going to know when your pH is off and things is kind of off balance and you're smelling some kind of way. Now, mind you, usually, sometimes, a lot of times, when one or the other is tipping out, when I'm talking about a woman now, I'm talking from a woman's perspective. Because men, you guys have smells too, but, we'll get there. But women, um, if your mate is tipping out on you with someone else, and the pH switches because the pH balance changes. He's changing, exchanging juices and all that pH stuff with that person, brings it back to you, and now you got a whole triangle or octagon of situations. Um, and all these different pHs don't always match. You may every now and again get a couple of pHs that jive. They match. It may not be a situation, but for the most part, hmm, if you've been with the same person for a period of time, you haven't had any issues. You and that person have established a certain pH balance with one another. It's good. It's on the same level. You're not getting any infections. You're not itching and twitching. You're not burning and smoking. You're not running to the doctor on fire. You good. Girl, you good. So you all of a sudden start having this tingle swingle down there. It's tingling, it's burning, you don't know what it is. You may have a discharge, you may not. It's just something that ain't quite right. And so when you're in tune with your body and yourself, first thing you think is that, oh God, I got something going on. I need to go to the doctor. And usually, especially if there is a discharge or an odor. If there's a discharge in an older girl, don't go to the Walgreens and try to buy you some stuff that's talking about killing vaginosis or bacterial and put this up you and swish this out. Girl, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor because you probably are making stuff worse than it already is. Get a diagnosis for what's going on, and especially because if I got something ain't smelling right, I'm running. I'm running. If my doctor not in, look, the first doctor, anybody that know how to do this, need to look and need to put it on the slide and need to tell me what's happening and need to give me something and I need to know if it was a STD so I can go back and I can cuss out the person I've been sleeping with and let them alone. You know your body. So don't wait until you get excited. Don't wait until uh you know, y'all been rolling on the couch for like 15, 20 minutes, and then, he wants to dive in, and you're like, well, shit, I'm horny. He said he horny. Hold up, breath, let's do it. Don't wait until you get to that point. Because even if the man goes on and does whatever he does, you're going to be a conversation piece at the barbershop with his partner that he called in the car when he leave you or the next day. Somebody, his sister, his cousin, somebody, he may find a lady friend of his that he just want to ask a question. What is it? Kill me with this. What is it, girl? What can you tell me? What is it when a woman don't smell too fresh down there? What can that be? And he asking another lady friend. So she already know what's going on. She know the business. She in the business. She know that your girl got a little stanky one. And the conversation goes. So you don't want to be that conversation piece. If your thing ain't working right, go get it checked. If you got an open and honest relationship, let them know, hey, I think I got an infection. I don't know what's going on. I need to go to the doctor. Let me go to the doctor, find out. Especially if you know, now for real, if you know you've been 100 and you've been right, you ain't got to sit up and be embarrassed to tell him that you got maybe an infection because you know if something going on, it ain't you. It didn't came from him. For real. Because you know. Now, if you kind of wondering, you may just want to say, I got to go to the doctor and get checked up. I'll let you know what's going on, if anything. I don't know. However you say it. But that's why, rule of thumb for me, I'm only sleeping with one at a time. And I would prefer to be on the road of matrimony and heading in that direction if I slip and go there. The right thing to do is just to not do it at all until you're married. I just want y'all to know that. Wait till you're married. But for those who are burning and can't, let it be something that you trust and concrete and you're in something and y'all going in the same direction. If it's somebody that you just seeing every now and again and they just hitting and missing it, in between time, they hitting and missing something else. They are. Because they ain't going no 3, 4 weeks before they get with you. Y'all ain't in no relationship like that where they sitting up there trying to be all right and waiting and just boy, bye. If you telling her that, you really need to be smacked for real. Don't tell her that. And girl, don't stop. So anyway, a woman knows. She knows if you know your body, you're in tune with your body. Women go to the restroom, you get up, you smell something. Period. You smell it. And if you are a little immune, because you've been fumigating like that for a while, and perhaps you ain't had no sex in a little while, whoever went behind you, they smell it. And it's a difference between the funk and the fish. Two F's. Funk, fish. It's a difference between funk, fish, okay? It is. And so in men too, you got your little situations down there. You got, some of you are uncircumcised, some of you are circumcised. The uncircumcised men, you get stuff that collect underneath the folds of the skin. There could be infections, there could be yeast, yeah, there could be all kinds of bacterial vaginosis, all kinds of stuff that's growing underneath those folds. So when you wash yourself, for the men who do know, because I'm not a man, I just know because I know, you need to pull your skin back and you need to wash all in there. Good. Can't just wash on top of it, skin hanging, and you ain't got that back and washing it. And anyway, you need to be trying to think about getting circumcised. I don't care how old you are. Get circumcised. No discredit to the men who are not circumcised. I'm just saying, best thing to do is to get circumcised. You ain't got to worry about all that skin hanging, and you ain't got to worry about what can get trapped under there. And for the men who are circumcised, you still got to be washing all around there, and you got to get up under the jewels, and you got to get all in there behind. You got to wash some stuff because we be smelling it, and we smell it as women, and there's bacteria that can harbor. Some may say, well, man, it's external. He can't get all that. Yes, oh yes, he can get some stuff. And then there's some stuff that can go in that little hole and find it, oh, it's nice in here. It's nice and warm and nice and fuzzy. I'm just a little bacteria or two, and I'm just going to sit here and grow too. And before you know it, you got a situation. So, hygienically, when it comes to your body, when it comes to your under plungers, and when it comes to your behind. Because for some reason, somebody had to hear this today. For some reason, folks think that uh, they get in the shower and they wash under their arms and hit the chest and arms and legs and all that, and they done. They may hit the towel down there once or twice, and they done. They don't really do no washing, and they forget all about the behind. They forget the boo boo. They forget to wash all up in there to get. And then once they get through, they dry off, and the butt's still stinking like butt, cause they ain't washed it. You got to watch the butt. You got to watch the butt. And all of these are areas. I mean, this is like, you know, when I was a child, 101 point A, class one, 101.1, class one, whatever. You taught this stuff when you're young, when you're at home, when you're being taught to wash at a young age. And as you get older, you're being taught to even get more in depth with it. But unfortunately, some have not had that kind of teaching. They have either had a parent or two that was just as hygienically dysfunctional, or wasn't there, that was absent a lot, and they wasn't taught. Sometimes a man raising a daughter doesn't understand how to teach a daughter how to do certain things that a woman would teach a daughter. And a woman raising a son does not understand how to really teach a young boy how to do certain things like a dad would teach his son. So, we have certain dynamics sometimes, but when it comes to basic 101.1 hygiene, cleaning the butt, washing yourself, if you're not circumcised, pulling skin back. If you're a girl, washing all up in there, washing behind there as you get older, douching. I mean, all these things you're taught growing up. So when you go into adulthood, you either hold on to those things that you're taught or you let them go. And some let them go. Why they let them go? Oh, I haven't figured that one out. Because if you've been taught that and that's what you know, why would you let it go and be funky? And some don't mind being funky and want to be in the bed with somebody. It's like, really? Really? I'm sorry, y'all. It's hot. I think it's the medicine I've been taking. It is. Get a girl hot real quick. But anyway, in this topic too, this is a hot one. Um, they wanna they wanna get all up in the bed with you and want and require and ask you to be doing some things, and they know they ain't nothing but got stanky cuckoos, okay, and are hygienically dysfunctional. But then again, you gotta ask yourself. Now I can see if this is your first time sleeping with somebody and they seem to be all cool on the surface, because those who, you know, They may take a shower on that big date night and they smother themselves with all this cologne and all this stuff, and you be thinking, ooh, they smell so good. They smell so good. Or you think she smells so good because she got on this good perfume and all this. And then you don't know no different until you get to spending a couple more times, and then the clothes come off. And the clothes come off, and it's like, what was that? And they like, what was what? And you like, what was that? What was what? And you're going back and forth for a minute until somebody just said, something stink. And some people will emotionally bring out the stink. Or some people just won't say nothing and get ghosts. They'll ghost you. You just won't see them no more. You boy, bye, girl, bye. Look, you grown, you 40 plus, you 50 plus. You should know how to wash your butt. And hygiene is so important, you guys. Hygiene is so important. So if you are struggling with it and you need help with it, you can Google it. You could go to the library and get some books on it. You could sit up and ask a friend about it. You can, I mean, man, it's all kinds of things you could do to try to find out how to hygienically be correct, you know? And then one of the best teachers is to get you some good soap. Go to Target, get you a big old 8 pack, 12 pack, 24 pack, 36 pack, 48 pack for you. Get a big pack. And every day, just practice in there scrubbing. Just scrub different parts. Just scrub and wash and make it a rule every day. Whether you're gonna scrub at bedtime, or you're gonna scrub in the morning when you get up, or some of you may need to scrub twice a day. Whatever the situation, depends on what type of job you have. Some of blue collar workers, you get dirty and gritty. Maintenance, car mechanics, stuff like that, you get funky. You have to wash twice a day. Once before work, once after work, or before bed. I love it when you're smelling good when you get into bed. Yeah, I like that. But um, so you got to practice on getting that right. If you have not gotten that right, man, I pray for you, because if you haven't gotten it right yet and you're a mature adult, it doesn't mean you're doomed. It doesn't mean you can't. It doesn't mean you won't. You just have to start working on some things and work on them before you allow yourself to get in the bed with someone. And excuse me, you guys, for that phone call. I usually get a phone call interruption with every video I do. Sometimes it's people saying, "Ooh, I like that." Well, okay, just thumbs up. Watch the video, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Don't call me in the middle of the video. Um, but it's a thing with it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Like I said, it's a lot of hit and miss reasons. And sometimes, I know with being a woman, every now and again you can have some things going on with you down there and you really don't know that's happening. Some infections don't have smells. Some may have a little drip, some don't. You may feel a little tingle, some don't. But there's some identifying factor that lets you know that something ain't quite right with your pH if you're in tune with your body. And when you have the one where when you know hygienically, you may know, as a man, you know that my girl always washing her butt. Every time I turn around, she taking a bath, shower, something. She always washing her butt. And then you start to smell something with her, then you should know that she probably got a little sickness down there. Babe, you got something going on. Cause I know you wash your butt and you humming. Well, what you mean? I put deodorant on. No, 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 no. It ain't up here. It's down there. And you have to be straight up and you have to tell her, because as a partnership, our noses are more in tune with our mates in other places that other people are not at. And so you may smell something before somebody else. But usually when it's gotten out of control, and or somebody's wearing the same stale clothes, or a woman is having some problems with her underplunger, usually it is smelled by others. You can just sit down next to somebody. You can walk. Some men will say, "Oh, she walked by and I smelled nothing but pu, pu, pu. That's all I smelled. Maybe she had no panties on. But even if she didn't have no panties on, you shouldn't have smelled pu, right?" So some men will say that, ladies. They have a gift of gab of conversation. And so that's why it's so important for us as women and men to make sure hygienically that we keep ourselves correct. You don't want the next person talking about you. You don't want a family member talking about you. You don't want a friend trying to give you advice about something you should know at this point in your life. If you don't have insurance, bill me. Check this out. Bill me. Can you bill me? It doesn't mean you can't go to the doctor. Just like I don't know some that just won't go get their teeth clean. They ain't had their teeth clean in 15 years. And it's like, well, I ain't had no insurance. Okay, well, first of all, some places take Medi-Cal if you have Medi-Cal. And then some places actually bill you. They'll have you, put a few dollars down if you have that, or they'll just bill you. Let them bill you. It's nothing worse than having the mouth all jacked up and the breath stinking and humming because now you got a gum disease or you got plaque that then got all up in there or your teeth just badly is just caked with stuff and you want to kiss on somebody. No, no. And then the worst is those who got the plaque and the bad yak and they just all messed up in the mouth and then they smoke too. So now you put nicotine on top of carotene, if that's a word, carotene, nicotine on top of carotene, and you're mixing all that together, and it's like, oh. And then you wonder why this person don't want to kiss you. It's not that they don't like to kiss. Who don't like to kiss? Who don't like a nice, wonderful? Who don't like that? If they not want to kiss you that much, it's probably a reason. Either something going on inside their mouth, they got a situation, or something going on in yours. So these are not discussions that you want somebody to have about you. Take care of your business. Take care of it. You know, if nothing else, don't do it for somebody else. Do it for you. What's the greatest gift you can give yourself than making sure that you're fresh? That's the greatest gift you can give yourself, making sure that everything is right and fresh. And then you may want to get up in somebody else's face. I'm so tired of folks trying to get up in somebody's face and it's got funk station going on. Look, we have got to do better. We got to do better, grown folks. I had to get that message out today because after having a couple of little conversations and just, a couple of little whiffs going by me, different places I done been, public restrooms, things like that. You go behind somebody and you always got that person that want to warn you. Oh, don't go in there. Just wait a minute. Let it. And a lot of times they ain't even did a number two. They did a number one and they smelt it and they trying to let it air out. Man, I'm gonna tell you. But anyway, that was my message for the day, y'all. Um, and I just wanted to tell everybody to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Friday, wonderful weekend, and let's try to enjoy the people that we are around, the positive space, the positive energy. Let's try to be a blessing and some positive energy for someone else. It's nothing wrong with giving somebody constructive criticism. It's nothing wrong with letting them know that, I recognize this and I recognize that, and perhaps you can do this or should do that or whatever. There's nothing wrong with saying certain things if you care about the person. It's how we deliver the message. That's what matters. Because anybody come up to you talking about, well, you just stupid, or you just stink, or you just no, boy, bye, girl, bye. That ain't how you talk to me. That ain't gonna get no reaction, but for me to probably stink more. Even though that wouldn't work for me, because I ain't trying. I'm not in the stinking business at all. No, no stink, no stink, no stink, no can do. So anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, also Sunday. Don't forget to tune in 7 o'clock. We try to be here 7 o'clock p.m. If not, no later than 7:30, doing some grown folk talk and discussion, table talk, with the Donna Smith show. And I would like to see you there. Chime in, like, share, subscribe. You'll have a good time. Trust me, we have fun and we talk about everything under the sun. And it's just been my pleasure today and every day to bring some wonderful grown folk topic and discussion with you. You guys be safe, take care, and most importantly, what? Love you.